you're not a part of an investment community, I'm going to show you one thing, this lot behind me, why you missed out when it was for sale for $5,000, $13,000, and even $40,000. Now, how is it even possible to have all that in this lot? Stay tuned, I'm going to go a little bit deeper so you can understand everything. Let's go take a look at it. Welcome back to my channel, Living and Investing in Bryan-College Station. If you're new to my channel, we talk about both living and investing, and today we're talking about investing. So you may ask the question, hey, how could I miss out on an opportunity when it comes to a property? Well, there's a lot of things you have to know when it comes to the repair value. If I bought it at this cost, how can I make sure all my square footage is going to make sense, my construction costs? Well, I just want to highlight, we'll be talking a little bit about this lot right next to me, and we actually recorded a video with what this looked like before. You can be able to check this out right here in this video, but I want to just talk a little bit as an investor why here in 2026 and moving forward, making sure you're a part of a specialized community that's going to help expand your knowledge and get this information at the right time so you can execute at the right time is going to be super critical. But of course, if you're following this YouTube, make sure you continue to subscribe and like and follow, and make sure you reach out, because my job is to be able to give you information that's prominent to the Bryan-College Station area. So let's talk a little bit about why this opportunity is now in a different phase than when we had it before. Let's go check it out. Okay, so first thing first, when we first found this lot, it was up for a delinquent tax sale. So they were actually selling this lot right here, which is a corner lot in Bryan, Texas. Now, right off of Martin Luther King Street, if anybody knows, that street is always a very popular street in any city. So this is an area where you have a lot of rebuilding that's going on. And so this lot not only was available for $5,000, but when you look at everything around it, when it comes to what is being built, all the new construction that's going in, houses are selling from anywhere from $200,000 to $250,000. And I'll tell you here in a minute, one that's close by is almost in a completion stage. But this, because it was a delinquent tax sales, you have a lot of families that oftentimes cannot be able to take care of the liens that are put on this property. And so this actually was one of my investors. They bought this lot and we went to the tax sale. Now, the thing about a tax sale is you have to be ready to be able to pay cash right away. And you have to have all your homework done. And that's why watching the videos like this and understanding this on the front end, so when you be ready for the next tax sale. So let's talk. So secondly, when you're looking for these opportunities, the next question you have to ask is, okay, if I bought this for $5,000, even $13,000, or maybe even $40,000, how will I know where to find this? Well, in the state of Texas, it's a non-disclosure state when it comes to the purchase of a lot of these. So a lot of these numbers you probably won't even know about. And the only reason I'm telling you, because I was a part of the transaction. So when we bought this over to the investor, they bought it at a tax sale. Now, oftentimes, sometimes these houses or lands or properties don't even make it to the tax sale, because they make agreements with the seller before it even gets there. And so that's one of the things me and my team specialize is making contact with those family members beforehand. But sometimes you can be able to catch it when it's in the sale. And if you do all your research, you find out that lots in this area sell anywhere from $40,000 to up to $60,000, depending on the size and the square footage. So what will be built here and how much could it rent out for? Because as an investment property, I want to make sure, hey, I'm going to get my money's worth. So let's go ahead and talk more about the rental property side. A few things, when you've built a lot of these houses before and looked at these plans, you can tell like this generally will be the driveway or this will be the garage. Now, they finished the framework already, and you can probably see from the drone as you look down, but you know that's going to be the back of the house. This here generally is going to be a front room. So a lot of these houses has very similar floor plans, because oftentimes the floor plans, you know how many rooms. So I'm taking this is going to be a 3-2 house, and then they still need to come in and do the plumbing. So before you lay your foundation, before you lay anything else in this property, you got to make sure your plumbing and everything is done. So oftentimes you have little green pipes that's going to be coming up from, and then you need to get your electrical set up. So you have different phases in the investment property that you want to make sure you're getting it in. And then next, after that, eventually you'll get the concrete laid out. And after you get the concrete laid out, then you can start putting some of the walls up. That's when the roof and everything go. Why? Because your foundation is key. Now, think about it. Anytime you build a house, if your foundation is not good, then everything else is gonna be fall off. Many lessons in that. I'm not gonna take the time for this video to be able to talk about it, but just know, like, this is just at the very beginning stage. And someone has already invested $40,000 in this lot, and I want you to be that person next time. So as always, make sure you reach out. I'm gonna tell you a couple more tips about why you wanna make sure you take advantage of investment in 2026, and specifically in Bryan, because it's a lot of things coming. And if you're on the up and up, then you can be able to take advantage from the rental side, as I'll talk about in a minute, but also maybe profit appreciation. And depending on what your investment goals is, that's the real goal. What is your investment goals? And if you don't know it, then we can be able to explore. If you have a certain amount of funds, or if you're coming across an inheritance, then we can be able to help direct those funds accordingly. All right, let's talk a little bit about the rentals and what else you need to be expect here in 2026 when it comes to investing, and then we'll wrap it up from there. So this side of Bryan has constantly been through a lot of renovations. So in some of our other videos, we talk about Midtown Bryan. You've seen one of our investment properties that's not far from here. And then we also have downtown Bryan, which is a little bit further down, where they've putting millions and millions out. They really wanted to kind of look like a mixed use area for Bryan. So what that means is it's going to be a lot of properties that the city of Bryan are either going to do a few things. They're going to see houses that may look somewhat abandoned, and they're going to say, hey, fix this up or sell it. And if they say fix it up or sell it, then the owner has only one or two choices. Either they're gonna fix it up, or they're gonna need the funds to be able to just get rid of it. And so that's where opportunity in Bryan does exist, is because what you realize real quick is there is always opportunity where millions of dollars are coming to the infrastructure. And when millions of dollars are getting put in the infrastructure, that means month in, month out, year in, year out, there will be opportunity. Now, I've seen anything in this area rent from anywhere from as low as $1,200. It can get up to $1,800 to $1,900. And if you're doing owner finance, sometimes you can be able to get a little bit more. So you as an investor is who I'm talking to today, because you have said, I'm going to invest. And maybe you know a lot about Bryan, and maybe you know about College Station for maybe the students and the rental opportunities. And that is true. 60 to 70% of people who look at opportunity here are looking for those opportunities. But if you know that 40 or that 30%, or even you live here and you say, hey, I want to be able to build a legacy for my family, then here's the thing that I want you to understand. I want you to get close to me so that you can understand. Investing will be the sure thing in 2026 moving forward that will make the biggest impact on your legacy. And doing it in real estate will be the case. And I opened this video because I said you not being a part of a specialized group is very important, because when opportunities like that are right there near you and you're scared to pull the trigger, you don't know what to do, and about time it comes up and the opportunity is there, you hesitate, and guess what? You miss out on opportunity. In 2026 moving forward, the best way that you can be able to protect your money is by putting it into the ground or putting it into the building. Why? 2025, the penny out of all things said they are done circulating. So why is that important? Because prices will continue to go up, and the prices that this is available for today will not be the same tomorrow.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
So I tell you all this to say if you're the investor and you're looking here in the Bryan-College Station area, take advantage, because this house behind me was just a piece of lot, and it's not even a house yet. It's just a piece of land. And I want you to take advantage of investing. Maybe you say, hey, that's little change for me. Maybe I want to do something bigger. Great. Continue to watch our videos and show you a lot of the different projects that we are going to be involved in. And I want you to make sure that you get firsthand. So make sure you subscribe, reach out, or even schedule an appointment with us so that we can talk through the permitting, the construction, and maybe all the different things that you need to think through when it comes to investing. Hey, thank you for watching this video. Make sure you, as always, subscribe and like, and remember, your legacy begins when your excuses end.